A very good evening, teachers. We see around 28 teachers right now. Safin, can we start or shall we wait for a few more minutes?
I think let's start. Teachers will join in, and initially, anyway, it's just an overview. So let's start.
All right. So a very good evening, dear teachers. I'm Mehreen Shamim, and I'm the curriculum manager at 1M1B. And I welcome you all to this online session on AI for everyone. As you all are aware that CBSE IBM curriculum has recently been refreshed, I'm glad to share that this refresh was managed by 1M1B. As an IBM implementation partner, a team of teachers curated the content, and I hope you all are enjoying teaching it. Also, I'm happy to share that these sessions will be taken by the teachers who created the content, and it will surely, help you teach AI efficiently. So now I like as so many of you know us, so many of you do not. I would like to call my colleague Safin Matthew, who is the program manager at program director at 1M1B, and he will give the overview of our organization. What do we do? Yes, so over to you, Safin. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Marine, and wonderful to have all the teachers here. I see a few of the known names here, so thank you so much for joining in. And like Marine mentioned, we are from 1 million for 1 billion, 1M1B Foundation. Many of you are aware about the organization and the programs that we do. Some of you are new here. Thank you so much for all those teachers. I'm sure most of you teachers are from our Telegram and WhatsApp groups. So thanks for being there. This year we've been working with teachers and students a lot over the last 7-8 years, right? In different formats, different programs. AI. We were the first organization to be involved in bringing AI specifically to grade 11, 12. Curated the first curriculum, and now, like Marine mentioned, completely refreshed the curriculum to be in sync with what has changed in the last few years. AI is changing so much, and you'll get an overview of what has changed. One of our teachers will be talking about that. Along with that, we've been doing a lot of work in the digital safety space through the Digital Nagrik program, AR, VR as well. A lot of work with not just 11, 12 other grade students as well on AI. We are doing a number of work on sustainability and green skills as well. Some of the schools have the sustainability club set up. Lots happening there, and in fact, no, we're just kicking off our action for this year on AI, digital safety, and sustainability mainly. Specifically with IBM and the support of CBSE, we've been driving programs on AI and sustainability. And I hope many of the teachers here are part of those programs. If you're not, there'll be a feedback form we share in the end, or if you're in one of the groups, do reach out. We'll put you in touch with the right person, Ruchi, who's leading that program, and would love to have your students and teachers, the complete school, participate in these programs, because it's not your usual program where you just undergo a training, get a certificate, and get done. What we try to do a lot at 1M1B is making it exciting. We believe that in a way we understand the pulse of the youngsters of the Gen Z in school today. So we come up with interesting ways where you're trying out learning something, then trying out hands-on with it. Then there are a lot of challenges for students and teachers. And there are some challenges coming up for all you teachers as well, where you can win some interesting prizes, which Marine will share soon. Um, and then, Future Tech Olympiad, where we're testing students' knowledge on different topics around future tech, right? The new technologies through a very popular Olympiad format. And last year was a successful one with over 50,000 students participating. And I think about 800 students won the bronze, silver, gold medals. The Olympics are going on. So similar medals students have won as well. Then there is this year, we're doing AI project submissions as well. We did the India AI Youth Awards for, felicitating the top 20 great student projects from across India in AI earlier this year. So lots on offer this year as well. As I was mentioning, this year a big focus for us is how can we build the teacher community. We've been working a lot with students and teachers as well, but then we thought there's no specific place we can bring all these teachers together. Not just AI, it's AI, data science, principles as well. Different topics that you teach, a place where you can reach out to the other teachers in the community, get their help. We can share resources as well. Right. So this whole Teach AI series is planned so that there are a lot of teachers who are I would say in a way, experts in teaching AI. And a lot of teachers who are trying out AI, many schools picking up AI for the first time. So the idea is not just focus on 11th, 12th curriculum, though that'll be the base, but how can we pick up these simple topics in AI and conduct sessions which will be led by teachers who have been teaching, where of course, you can share your inputs as well in terms of how these can be taken in the classrooms. So I want to take a minute and share with you a interesting resource hub that we created, which we had shared in the WhatsApp groups as well. In case you have not tried out, I would suggest going and trying it out. Let me just share my screen, and I'll put this URL in the chat window as well soon. It's a FlaunchSkillsHub.com website. As many of you may be knowing, Flaunch is a challenges platform specifically for students and teachers that we have developed. It's a completely separate platform, and as part of that Flaunch Skills Hub, where we're getting all these future technologies together, that's under the Flaunch brand name you bring it. Flaunch stands for Future Launch. And here you can come in and you can check out three main areas. We'll of course expand on this further: AI, future tech, and sustainability. You can go inside. There are simple lessons for you to understand these different topics, which you can take it forward to your students as well. Future technologies, again, sustainability, and then specifically on AI as well. So these are very much like foundational content, simple content you can look at. In fact, even this is specifically for teachers. So you can look at this, download these lesson plans and take it in your classroom. If you're introducing AI for the first time, or if you're taking it for students who are not in an age group where AI is taught as a formal subject, right? So even if third standard, fourth standard students you want to teach, because everyone is dealing with AI today, right? So these could be great resources. We still have to update this section on AI curriculum grade 11, 12, because there are some updates to be done. So we're doing that. And you will see in the next couple of weeks and months, a lot of interesting videos made by different teachers on different topics of AI. How do you conduct different activities that you can come and check out as well? So this is a resource center where you'll keep seeing a lot more resources coming in for your utilization. So yeah, I just wanted to take this and show you an overview of this, and a lot of things planned ahead, challenges for you. We are looking at starting with about 2 sessions every month, fortnightly sessions, which will be led by the teachers. And of course, a big thank you to all the teachers part of our teacher advisory group who helped revise the complete grade 11, 12 AI curriculum. And 12th, of course, will be released in the next academic year. And along with that, supporting us throughout. And again, it's open for all of you, especially if you're on the WhatsApp group. We want to hear from you if you have some interesting projects, if you're doing something really cool in your school on AI or any other tech related subjects. If you have some interesting resources, please do share with us. We're not saying that it's only with set number of teachers we work. We work with all teachers. So reach out to us. We're happy to promote your work as well. So yeah, with that, just wanted to welcome you all once again. Thank you, everyone. I see about 40 plus have joined in now. Hope you have a great session, and we hope to continue doing this in a very interesting format in the coming days. Marine, over to you.
Thank you so much, Safin. So now I would like to call Soumya. Soumya will be making you go through the curriculum, which has been curated by the teachers. So Soumya, over to you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Safin. Good evening, all teachers. I hope all of you are equally excited as us for the first session on artificial intelligence. So today I'm here to present an overview of artificial intelligence curriculum for grade 11. Let me share my screen. I hope it is visible for everyone. So artificial intelligence curriculum had undergone a tremendous change, or refresh has been tremendously modified to cater to the latest topics that need to be incorporated in the curriculum. So here, when we started working on it, we went through a lot of websites, college websites, the school websites, to see where we were lagging behind and how to bridge the gap between the school students and the college students. So we wanted to give a smooth transit for those students who are opting for AI as a skill subject in grade 11 and 12. And then we came up with the curriculum for AI. And very interestingly, you can see there on the screen, there's a job role that's associated, right? So far in most of the curriculums, we don't mention the job role, but here we have a job role that's mentioned. It's AI assistant. So just in case a student opts for it, they can get into one particular job role, and this is mapped to the National Skills Qualification Framework that is put up. Now, when we look into the curriculum further, it is split into three parts, Part A, Part B, and Part C. Now, Part A focuses on employability skills. Employability skills has 5 skills, as we all are aware of: communication skills, self-management skills, ICT skills, entrepreneurial skills, and green skills. These are the 5 skills that are there, and a time duration of 60 hours is allotted as per the NEP. Now, 60 hours of this would go in for 10 marks in the question paper. And if we look at Part B, these are the new set of topics we have incorporated. Some of it has been carried forward from the previous curriculum. Now, the first topic focuses on AI for everyone. Here, it is to give an introduction for those students who are aware of AI, as well as for those who are newly opting for AI as a skill subject in grade 11. So the introduction gives a clear picture of what the basics of artificial intelligence is. Then the second lesson is a very interesting lesson wherein we are trying to unlock the future in AI. Now, every now and then we get to hear about a lot of new job opportunities that come into the market. One fine day we get to hear there is a post called AI ethicist. Until we came up with the curriculum refresh, we were not aware of this particular job role, that there exists a job called AI ethicist. So this particular topic focuses on all possibilities and the future job roles. And if someone wants to pursue a particular job role as their career in future, what subjects do they have to opt for? Because not every student would love to opt for science. Not every student wants to opt for economics, right? So for that, we came up with this unit wherein you can unlock your future in AI. Then we thought, why not programming? So programming is now mandatory for almost all courses. You find even humanities and liberal arts students learning to program. So we introduced Python programming. Now this is there in 2 levels. Level 1, which covers the basics, and level 2, a little advanced towards creating an AI model. Now, having known what is the basics, what is the future, and how to program, one would definitely be interested in making a project using AI. So there comes the 4th lesson, Introduction to Capstone Project. Now, how do you go about developing a project? How do you use your skills? Whatever you have learned, put it up and come up with an interesting project. Then if we have to develop this kind of a project, AI is all about data, isn't it? We need data for building an AI. A normal machine is distinguished with an artificially intelligent machine because it uses data to learn with. So data literacy is the next topic that we are covering that will involve steps right from collecting data to cleaning data to analyzing that data. And here we have also incorporated the required libraries for visualization and analysis. Then moving ahead is to build a model. So whatever is the type of machine learning algorithm, we have demonstrated the use of these machine learning algorithms in this chapter. Then to make it a little lighter, some concepts of language processing was included. And finally, the most important topic, which is ethics. With every good technology, you need to understand that there can be certain other problems which may arise. So one need to be aware of what is good and what is right. And hence we have included ethics and values in grade 11. So you'll find that this particular set of chapters go sequentially from introducing the term artificial intelligence towards knowing what you're planning to pursue, then learning program, a project, how to go about doing a project, and ahead. So this is how the curriculum has been curated for Part B. Now, Part C is interesting. We have been working with IBM. So IBM Skills Build is a wonderful program with a lot of courses that you will enjoy doing it. You'll have to go through the course, and after every course, there's a quiz. You attempt the quiz, you solve it, and then you get to know, wow, I understood the concept better, right? Not just that, once you finish the course, you also get a certificate. So you're proud when you see there's an IBM logo in it and you are certified with a particular topic. So we tried to associate that certificate into this practical component. So a part of the practical work goes with IBM Skills Build. And then the capstone project, which they will start way early in grade 11. A part of the topics that goes under capstone project, like scoping a problem or collecting data, empathizing with the users, all these components are going to be assessed as part of practicals. Not just that, we have boot camps, internships, and other startups. Now you see a lot of opportunities coming your way towards boot camps. Safin was just showing you about the Flaunch website. Believe me, there are a lot of notification that comes every now and then talking about these boot camps, internships, or apprenticeships. So help your students, show your students how to access these websites and utilize it to the best. Then we have the practical file as another component. The Viva and the written exam would be based on this practical file. So this will give an all-round development for a child, whether to go for self-study, whether to work in a group for a project, or to learn with other students. So you have a variety of tasks that is going to happen as far as the practical work is concerned. Now, when we look into the textbooks, whether it is the student handbook or the teacher's handbook, this time you will find two different handbooks that are there on the website. The student as well as the teacher's handbook will have this particular page in the beginning of every lesson, wherein you will get to see the summary, what are the learning objectives, what are the concepts that are getting covered, and what are the learning outcomes, and what prerequisites is required for starting a particular topic. Now, for every key concept that is covered in any unit, a teacher who is taking this subject initially may have a slight, thought, how should I go about it? So we have given clearly on how to engage the students and start with a warm-up activity. So you'll find information related to starting the topic. Not just that, when you dig deeper into that particular lesson and the topic, what questions can you ask the students? Now you will find these options available in the teacher's hand. Now many topics will be followed by an activity. Also, there is an extension activity given in some of the units. So this will keep both you as well as the students engaged. They'll not get bored. Believe me, when we ask such activities, they turn out to be icebreakers. It gives you time to break that monotony of continuously talking and explaining stuff. You can engage with them in a very better manner. Now, the IBM Skills Build is also there, which is given for every unit. We have tried associating a particular unit with a particular course on IBM Skills Build. So if you're not able to find a teaching aid at any point of time, you can always connect to the internet and access the IBM Skills Build course and use it as a teaching aid. Now, at the end of every unit, you'll find an exhaustive set of questions. Whether it is multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, true or false, short answers, even the case-based questions. And to add on, the answers for all these questions is available in the teacher's handbook. So you can quickly glance through the teacher's handbook and get back to the students with your answers. So the part C, which I had covered, there is one component which I said as the practical file. Now, in the practical file, what possible questions could be asked? That is again summarized in the curriculum. So you can easily map what is to be done. You can choose what has to be taught to your students. You can give a choice of certain number of questions that needs to be printed on the practical file. Now, when you go to the CBSE website, you will find a list of resources that are available, as I said, and I was talking to you about the student handbook, teacher's handbook. There's also a projects cookbook. Many students have done wonderful projects with AI, and some of these have been taken and put in as a projects cookbook. So you can access this cookbook. You will find the code is available. How to go with the capstone project logbook is also available. So there's a clear information which you will find in the projects cookbook. So these are the various links that are there for 11th standard AI textbooks. You have the handbook, you have the handbook for teachers as well as students, you have the project cookbook, you have the logbook, as well as an implementation guide. So I hope we all make extensive use of all these resources and make sure our students receive the best out of these resources, right? So this is what I wanted to share as part of the curriculum overview. Thank you, Marine. Thank you, Safin. Over to you, Marine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Soumya, for that wonderful insight on the curriculum. And I'm sure teachers are now going to benefit as you've now come to know what we have, where it is all. So yes, thank you so much once again. And now we would start with our session for today. So I would like to call Shelly ma'am. Shelly Batra ma'am is from Mount Carmel School, Dwarka, Delhi. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be a part of the Teach AI series. Though it was a great learning experience, we all, as teachers, Soumya ma'am, Marine ma'am, Safin sir, will all agree to the fact that we had a wonderful time when we were brainstorming that what should be and what should not be a part of the new one. So we had a wonderful learning experience. So just trying to share the same with you all and looking forward to further learning enhancements. So let's begin with our topic for the day, which is artificial intelligence for everyone. So let me just, the way we start with an icebreaker activity in our classes, let me do that with you all. So I'm sure you all must have seen these movies. You all can feel free to please write the answers in the chat. These are all based on the AI movies, the recent ones. So I'm sure all of you are very much tech savvy and you're all aware of these movies. So, these are the movies which basically lead to the development of myths about AI. So let's first understand that these are, as you're all aware, the first one is Terminator, the second one is Robot, and the third one is iRobot. So these are a few of the movies that, we have. And, these basically inculcate some kind of a myth regarding AI, that what actually is AI and what is not AI. So let's just, try to make it very clear to our kids, what exactly is AI. So before I proceed further, let me, ask you a simple question, that this is a small scenario where, a bunch of blind men are given different body parts of an elephant. So they are supposed to touch it and observe their touch it and, give a feedback about their observations. What do you think, will they be guessing it as? Somebody who's touching the tail, what do you think he or she would be guessing it as? Somebody who's touching the tusk would, be guessing it as what? Somebody who's holding the trunk or the ear or the leg or the body part. You would be amazed to see, the kind of feedback you get. It is not necessarily the blind men. You can even try this as a blindfold activity with your children in your class. You can probably give them an object and, just ask them to have a blindfold around and, see what all wonderful, amazing answers you get back with. So let's see what I got it back as. So one person said, touching the tail, that it was a rope. The one who was touching the body said that it was a wall. The one who was touching the ear said that it was a fan. The one who was touching the tusk said that it was a spear. And the one who was touching the trunk said that it was a snake. So it is so amazing that, how dependent it is for us to visually, see and analyze the objects around us to understand about them and interpret correctly. Okay, so let me, ask you another question. Let's see, you are seeing a bunch of numbers, a bunch of series. They are placed in the form of a pyramid. So the pyramid is actually progressing on the basis of a particular rule that it is following. So what do you feel would be replacing the question mark? I'll take a minute for everybody to get back to us through the chat. Please, let's have an interactive session. Let's not make it a monologue. I am a teacher the way you all are. So please do interact. Amazing to see. Most of you have guessed it correct. So because at the bottom, you can see that 9 minus 2 is 7, 7 minus 2 is 5, and 5 minus 2 is 3. And on top of it, after 9, we have 8, and the squares are reduced to 3. And so we have 8 minus 2 as 6, and 6 minus 2 as 4. On top of it, again, the rectangles of the squares are reduced to 2. So after 8, we have 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So obviously, after 7, it will be 6. So, you see that you had to correlate a lot of factors to ensure your learning and to see the outcome. So let's have, these kinds of activities with our kids in our class so that, they're interested in topic, because when we are teaching a skill subject, we have to ensure that, they are interested in it, because 5 main subjects, it's a compulsion for them to study. This is a subject they should take as a part of, something that they enjoy learning. All right, so let's proceed further. So coming to our topic for the day, so all this, the previous 2 activities were based upon your reasoning and your learning and your intelligence. So basically, what do you think is AI? What do you think is AI? AI is basically a technique that facilitates machine to perform all kinds of cognitive functions the way you and I humans do, which includes perceiving, learning, reasoning. Any questions or anybody would like to add on to it? Please feel free to do so. If not, then I'll proceed further. So in the words of father of AI, which all of us know is John McCarthy, and who is actually responsible for coining the word artificial intelligence way back in 1955, the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs, is what is AI. Any questions you have? All right. So I think all of us are aware of, the different industrial revolutions that we have had. It started way back in 1784, moving on to today. We have seen 4 different stages of industrial revolution. AI is basically considered as the 4th industrial revolution after the steam power, which was there in 1780s, electricity mass production, which was there in 1870s, and digital computing automation, which was there in 1970s. And today we all are going to agree with the fact that industry is definitely enabled with having AI enabled applications all around us, which includes robotics, IoTs, etc., which is actually making our life very simple and better. So similarly, the way we had the different levels of evolution in industry, we have different stages of development in AI too. So let me take you through a brief overview of what is the history of AI. So the history of AI moves way back to 1950, where actually it's all started. Then in 1955, we have John McCarthy coining the term artificial intelligence. Then coming to 1974, where, 1974 or 1970s was the time where actually the computers became very popular and affordable. That was the best part. So then, in 1980s is basically what is known as the year of AI. So, and then we had, in 2000, the landmark of AI establishment, which was actually achieved. Now, post that, we have, 2020 to 24 basically is known as the era of integration of AI in daily life. AI has become an integral part of our daily life. Industries ranging from healthcare to finance, they have embraced AI for its predictive capabilities, automations, and decision-making progress. So basically, what AI is now going to be beyond 2024 would be, we have seen a lot of breakthroughs that are happening in quantum computing and neural networks, which are basically expanding the capabilities of AI further. And AI ethics and governance are also the central topics, which we are, basically becoming the center point of everything that is basically dealing with the concerns of AI bias, the transparency, the impact of AI on the job market. So AI is basically addressing all the global challenges also, like climate change, healthcare, underscore. So all these are basically the positive changes in the society that AI has brought forward to. Anybody would like to add on to this? All right, so let's proceed further. See, all these are some of the applications of machine learning, or I can say the examples of machine learning that we use in everyday life. What is the first one? What is the first one? What is the first one? May I please have your responses in the chat box? Yes. Usha ma'am, it is the virtual assistants, right? What is the second one? What is the second one? Yes, Google Maps, which all of us use almost every day of our life whenever we are in the hurry to reach in the morning from our house back to the workplace. I think everybody looks at Google Maps. We don't travel without looking at it. What do you think is the third one? Yes, the surveillance or the CCTV cameras have become an integral part of our daily life. It is almost every places where we actually physically cannot be, we place these things so that, we are aware of what actually is happening and we are able to, probably have some kind of a security of the products that we are supervising using the same. What is the next one? Okay. Anybody else? What is the next one? Yes, we all get recommendations on the basis of our previous searches. What is the next one? Facial recognition, absolutely correct, Vidya ma'am. Then what is the next one? I think each and every one of us, uses email. There's not even a single day that goes by when we don't look at our email, whether it is official or personal, or, even for the basic bills that we have to pay, all those now come via email to us. The phone bills, the electricity bills, and all these bills, they are all on our emails. So, basically emails, the spam filter is an amazing feature that the email has. So all of you are actually using AI. So without actually knowing that you are using AI. So all these have actually become an integral part of our daily routine and our daily lives. Now, coming to the next fact that do we actually know the different categories of AI that we are using? Do we actually know the different categories of AI that we are using? The AI is broadly categorized into narrow AI, which was basically from 2010 to 2015. And then we had broad AI, which is basically an overlap of narrow or general or super intelligent AI that we so as called it as. Now, general AI is something, or the super intelligent AI is something which we are expecting to actually come into existence beyond 2050. So anybody would like to, share their views about what actually is narrow AI, what it focuses on, how is it, working? Any example of narrow AI that out of the ones we just mentioned? please feel free to interact. Please do give me a reply back so that I know that, I'm having an interactive session and it's not something that, you're too bored out to even reply back to. Thank you so much. Okay, what else? See, narrow AI basically focuses on tasks that are basically predicting on purchasing and planning schedules. It is basically using, the rapidly grow. It is basically doing the rapid growth in the consumer applications such as voice-based shopping that we do on the e-com sites using virtual assistants like Alexa, Siri. So it is basically narrow AI is basically capable of handling specific tasks effectively, but it lacks broader understanding. So Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant basically are the examples of narrow AI in our daily life that we often use every day. I think it'll be hardly anyone who doesn't use Alexa, Siri, or Google to set up their alarms or to make a phone call while you are driving. So I think most of us are using these features very frequently and very often. So basically narrow AI is basically designed to understand and respond to voice commands, perform tasks like setting alarms, making phone calls, and answering questions. Now, the second type of AI is broad AI. So broad AI basically is a midpoint between narrow and general AI. So broad AI is actually more versatile than narrow AI, and it is capable of handling a wider range of related tasks. Now, the question arises that where actually are we using this broad AI? So it is actually used in businesses to integrate AI into specific processes, and it basically requires domain specific knowledge and data. Now, the third type of AI is general AI. See, general AI basically, or the super intelligent AI basically refer to the kind of machines that we are expecting in future, is basically the machines which are able to perform intellectual tasks as similar to as a human can. So basically, right now, the AI that we have is basically lacking the abstract thinking, strategizing, and creativity of human beings. If we are able to inculcate this in the near future, which I'm sure we will be able to, so we will be able to have, the super intelligent or general AI machines. Any questions, guys? All right, then let's proceed further. So coming to the fact, the two broader categories, the weak or the strong AI. So these are the examples, the self-driving cars, Tesla. Who has not heard about Elon Musk and the Tesla brand and the self-driving cars? So then we have the smart home systems. We have Alexa, we have Cortana, we have Siri, we have, machines which are the machine learning devices that we basically use to play chess or Ludo and learn with the computer, using the computer. Now, strong AI will basically include the robots. All right. Now, coming down to after having the basic understanding about the different types of AI, let's get to know about the different domains that AI has. See, as a human being, we learn from our past experience, we learn from what we see, and we learn when we communicate. So taking these three basic concepts, we have the three main domains of AI, which is data science, computer vision, and natural language processing. See, data science basically deals with, the numerical, alphabetical, or alphanumeric data inputs. Whereas, computer vision is basically dealing with visual data inputs, which are primarily images or videos. All right. And then we have natural language processing, or as we commonly call it as NLP, which focuses on processing of text and speech inputs, which enable computers to understand, and interpret and generate human language. So these are the three broad domains of AI. then, let's just, to have a break. So we all start AI with, the three domains of AI. And the best way to understand the data domain is the rock, paper, scissors game. So the rock, paper, scissors basically is a game, which is based on data. And after playing this game, you will be observing that, the system is going to be able to predict your next move. How will the system be able to do so? Let's see that. Marine ma'am will help you with the link in the chat. Let me just reshare my screen and go to the interface of rock, paper, scissors.
Teachers, I have shared the link in the chat section.
I think it should be visible to you all. Yeah, so this is the interface that you will come to once you have clicked on the link that Marine ma'am has shared. So you just have to click on I agree and then let's go. So for using this, I'll have to, I think, close my camera in Zoom. Then only the window will be allowed to use my camera. I hope it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah, you can skip the tutorial and then you can simply, it'll ask you to allow your camera. Once you do so, for that, you will have to close your camera in any other application that you're using. So then only you will be able to do so. I think it is taking a little time to access my camera. So see, basically the camera would be open and you will maybe making the three hand gestures. The fist is for the rock, the open hand is for the paper, and two fingers are here. So you'll be using the same to play. I think it is taking a little time. Marine ma'am, do you want me to wait or do you want me to move on to the next one?
Shelly, ma'am, in
Ma'am,
case you want, I can try it. I can share my screen.
That will be,
ma'am,
that
you
will be
can,
great. That will be great.
yes,
Let me stop. There.
without the camera also, you can play this
You can
game, ma'am.
choose the
Yeah,
play
there's an
with
option
mouse
given.
and keyboard.
Mouse
we
and
can.
keyboard.
Yes, we can. I wanted to
Okay,
choose the
let's
camera one.
let Safin give the demo.
Right. I've not used this before, so let me try it. What's happening?
Yeah, I think you have to, yes, click on that.
Yeah, you
palm.
just click on
Tutorial.
skip tutorial.
Okay. How does it detect? I mean,
Actually, it takes a little while to detect your camera and then it proceeds further. So that actually is a little.
That could be because of Zoom, maybe.
yeah, I
Not
think it takes a bit
necessarily
of
because of the
Yes.
internet speed, actually.
So, ma'am, you can again go to that first window, and you can check the mouse and keyboard, that option.
Right.
Yeah, just go back.
hold on. Let's refresh.
Yeah, even Safin, you can show. See, play with mouse and keyboard. Click on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Thanks, then you can click on play with mouse.
Yeah.
So here
Yes.
you can choose the option from the bottom. The three are visible. So accordingly, you will see. AI will start understanding the pattern and the strategies that you're following while playing the game, and it will ensure that it wins.
Yeah, it works well.
I think
Finally, 1 point. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm sure the teachers will continue.
Yeah,
Good.
Harmeet
Okay.
ma'am, I'm sure that is a very good idea. The children can actually make their own rock, paper, scissors game. That will also be interesting. So the second one is Quick Draw, which is basically a doodling game, which is based upon computer vision, in which basically you are given a prompt and within 20 seconds you have to do so. So Bereen ma'am will share the link. I'll just share my window with the Quick Draw option. So this is what actually the interface looks like. Let me just go back. This is, I'm so sorry. This is first the interface, that's what the interface looks like. You can just click on Quick Draw. I'll ask you, so the moment you click on got it, you can actually, you will be getting 20 seconds.
I see circle. Or frying pan. Or spoon. Oh, I know, it's ceiling fan.
You will see amazingly how the neural network is going to guess. Okay, so the drill, I don't know.
I see wishbone. Or squiggle. Or couch. Or shrub. I see glove. Or bread. Or
So
toothbrush.
in case you don't get
Or
it,
shoe.
it will,
I see piano.
it'll keep on
Sorry,
guessing.
I couldn't guess it. I see square. Or door. Oh, I know, it's cell phone.
It is not even looking like a cell phone, but it has guessed it. You will see amazingly the duration of time it takes, it is very less. So, acha, okay, the teapot.
I see rainbow. Or fire hydrant. Or trash can. I see soda can. Oh, I know, it's teapot.
Okay. So this is how actually, I'm sure you all can try it out, please. I'll just wait for a few seconds. All right, the third one after this is the game that is based upon NLP, which is Semantrix. So Semantrix is basically the word building game. You can play it in two ways. You can play arcade or blocks. Basically, it's a word association game, which in which it'll try to associate the words that you're going to type out. So it's a good example of NLP. So it will ask you for a relevant, any relative word that you see out of the words which are typed. Do that word, and then teacher, so you can just probably say student. So whatever is the relevant associated word, it will just remove that from the series and then do the word you see. The newspaper. You see that it is guessing what you're actually typing, is it guessing the word or not? So it gets deeper. So similarly, you can engage your students in playing these games and probably the different domains of AI that we have, which include computer vision, NLP, and data science. Marine ma'am, please do share the link in the chat for all.
Yes, I have shared. I have
Thank you.
shared.
So this
I'll
right. The second one was, one second, please. The second one was Quick Draw, which was on the basis of computer vision, and which is basically an doodling game, online guessing game developed and published by Google, which challenges the player to draw a picture of an object, and the neural network guesses what actually have you drawn. The third one was Semantrix. Semantrix is basically a word association game powered by machine learning, where you actually type out the words associated with a given prompt. Okay, Now then, coming to data science, can you look at the picture and tell me what actually is this image telling you? What is actually happening in this image? See, data science can be used for weather prediction. So this actually is a small image which is showing weather prediction model using AI, which basically is involving the different parameters like temperature, humidity, etc. And the sensors are placed at different area which are basically collecting the data and then predicting what kind of forecast the weather will be having. So this is a very good example of data science based AI model. Then, with NLP, basically, which is focusing on processing the speech and the text inputs, enabling the computer to interpret and generate human languages. Basically, the NLP will, involve tasks like language translation, and sentiment analysis and text summarization and speech recognition, which will be facilitating the communication between the humans and the machines through a natural language interface. Then, as you see, the image is basically telling you about the computer vision domain of AI, where actually, computer vision is enabling the computers to interpret and understand visual information and perform tasks such as object detection, image classification, facial recognition, scene understanding, and the understanding the scene, basically enabling the applications such as autonomous vehicle, medical imaging, and augmented reality. And then we can see that, AI is basically used in healthcare, business, education, autonomous vehicle, travel industry, social media, you name it. These are just a few examples of where actually AI is used. Then, while we are using AI, we are trying to understand about AI, we need to understand that everything has pros and cons. So everything has an advantage and a disadvantage. So advantages of AI basically involves, increase in efficiency and productivity. And it basically involves improved decision making and enhanced innovation and creativity and progress. It basically helps us to progress a lot in science and healthcare, whereas disadvantages could be the basic misconception that AI will be taking away jobs. So job displacement, ethical considerations can be there, as a creator, as a programmer, you can, rub off your biases into the AI models that you're creating, or maybe because of your that can lead to ethical consideration, or if a self-driving car is committing an accident on the road, so who will be actually responsible for the same, the owner or the creator? So lack of explainability in these terminologies. So what will happen, how much data you will be sharing for while you are using AI models. So data privacy and security is also of a major concern. And now all of us are aware of these three terms that we use quite often, which are AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So basically, this picture shows the relationship between, AI, machine learning, and deep learning. AI is basically the overarching system, and machine learning is the subset of AI, and deep learning is the subfield of machine learning. And neural networks basically make up the backbone of deep learning algorithms. This is what exactly is the relationship between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. Now, looking at the picture, it is completely telling you what actually is machine learning and deep learning. So, Marine ma'am, do we have time for the video for machine learning?
You can go ahead, ma'am. No problem.
All right.
Yes, you can show the video, ma'am. It's a small video.
Let me just share my screen. Give me a second.
So for everyone, since the first session today, we wanted to give you an overview of the grade 11 curriculum as well. So we'll run over time a little bit today. So hope that's fine.
Is the screen visible? Please do let me know.
A regular day in your life.
Yes,
You wake up in the morning to the automatic curtains and lighting in your room. controlled by AI. Your alarm rings based on your schedule, in your calendar, and the time you slept at. All through the night, your AC was adjusting to suit your body temperature. Now that you are up, every single activity around you is driven through machine learning. Your mobile phone has organized news for you based on your interests. This uses neighborhood-based algorithms along with naive Bayes. Finally, the cab that you booked online uses algorithms to make the lowest cost trip fulfillment for the company. Based on this, the cab companies say Uber decides which among the hundreds of available cabs should be assigned to your trip, so that the cost is minimized for the company. Machine learning has engulfed every part of our lives. Machine learning uses algorithms to mimic human learnings in machines. It is a subset of artificial intelligence. To simplify this idea, let us take up a small story. Imagine that you have photos of your favorite pets, Bruno and Kitty. Is there a way to explain to a machine how to distinguish a cat from a dog? You can feed the machine with hundreds and thousands of photos of cats and dogs, teaching the machine to build up a model based on these examples. This is what we term as supervised learning. We give the machine examples of each animal, showing its features, and the machine learns how to differentiate between a dog and a cat. This way, it can recognize your Bruno and Kitty. Classification and regression are the two most popular methods, and decision tree, naive Bayes, linear regression, and SVM are the most popular algorithms in supervised learning. In unsupervised learning, you don't really have a predetermined result in mind. Much like how a child explores the world on its own, the machine tries to make sense of things from huge amounts of data. Given many photos of animals, the machine starts segregating them by color, size, and shape. Such an approach is known as unsupervised learning. Clustering and association are the types of unsupervised learning, covering algorithms such as k-means, hierarchical, a priori, and genetic algorithms. Reinforcement learning is very similar to how children learn. When you were a child, you were rewarded for your good deeds and punished for making mistakes. This reinforced you to perform better than you were before. Similarly, users, just like parents, teach a machine where it made a mistake and where it was right. Thus, the machine develops intelligence and makes better decisions in the future because of this reinforcement. Google's AI can now design better AI than humans could. Isn't this mind-blowing? It is like we are playing God, where our creation is creating better creations. The AI algorithm, developed by Chinese retail giant Alibaba, outscored humans in the Stanford question answering dataset, showing that AI is now better at reading than humans. Another interesting article talks about 5 things AI does better than humans, including building wooden block towers, lip reading, transcribing, news reporting, and disease diagnosis. An average machine learning engineer earns about $140,000 a year. Isn't that alone motivating enough? Here are the most buzzing job roles you will be eligible for once you learn the fundamentals of machine learning. 1. Machine learning engineer. 2. Deep learning engineer. 3. AI engineer. 4. Data scientist. Do check out our Simply Learns machine learning certification training, where you will master the concepts of supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Working on algorithms such as decision tree, regression, naive Bayes, and SVM, and applications of ML through 25+ hands-on exercises, and 4 real-life industry projects. Thanks for watching.
Ma'am, you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. I think I'm audible now. I think it was quite self-explanatory that was telling us about the different types of learning models. So let's have a quick recap of what actually we need: data plus algorithm to have an AI machine. So these are the common examples which are telling us what is AI and what is not AI, which actually we sometimes the line is so thin that we do mix and match. So please be careful about the same. And then moving further, we have the types of the three different categories of machine learning, which is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So machine learning basically involves, showing large volume of data to the machine to learn, make predictions, find patterns, and classify data. So supervised basically is a text-driven learning, which is basically text, which is basically task driven and can predict the next value. The second one is unsupervised, which is basically data driven and can identify clusters. The third one is reinforcement learning, which basically is learning from our mistakes. The next thing, if you look at this, it is quite self-explanatory. In the supervised learning, we have the training data where we have the different kinds of fruits. Then we have the machine learning algorithm working on the same, and then the model works upon it. And then we get the prediction. So basically, in this type of learning, the machine is trained on the labeled data set, which predicts the correct output by using the several example inputs. So, the application of supervised learnings are medical diagnosis, advertisement popularity, speech recognition, spam classification, etc. Now, moving on to the unsupervised learning model, you will see that in the unsupervised learning, the basic difference is that we are using the unlabeled data set. So, and the machine is basically predicting the output without any supervision. And there is a large amount of unlabeled data set which is given to the machine to find out, what are the rules or the patterns and patterns that the data is following. So, and finally predict the output in an organized manner. So the best example of or the application of unsupervised learning are the recommendation systems that we often get when we're using Netflix or when we are on the e-com sites when we are buying products. The third one is reinforcement learning. Basically, it works upon a feedback-based kind of a process in which, the AI agent, which is basically a software component, which automatically, explores its surrounding by hit and trial, by taking an action and learning from the experiences and thereby improving its process. It's basically used in gaming, where we are rewarded with points when we do something good, and we have with the plus points when we are doing something good, and the negative points when we are actually doing something which we are not supposed to do. So there are a lot of applications, the video games, the robotics, the text mining, all of them are using the reinforcement learning. And now I would like to ask you all, what is the first image? Which type of learning is it? Let's have a quick revision. Which type of learning is this? Which type of the first image, ma'am? Ma'am, the first image, only the first one. All right. The first one, we have the different categories of fruits which we are labeled. The fruit basket is actually supervised. The second one is unsupervised. So this one is which type of learning? Reinforcement learning, absolutely correct. Thank you so much, guys. That's all from my side. So handing it over back to Marine ma'am. In case you have any questions, please do feel free to ask us. We are all here. I hope you all enjoyed the session and the information that we had compiled for you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that wonderful session. And teachers, I will be now sharing the feedback form. So please fill it up. And in the feedback form, you will also find the link to the WhatsApp group. So if you have not joined still, you can join through the WhatsApp link given in the form. So I'm just sharing the attendance cum feedback form in the chat section.
Marine, while you're doing that, I want to take one moment. Teachers, we are actually doing something very interesting. We are actually trying to capture voices of young students.
Yes.
You know, when I say young students, high school students and college students, in terms of what they really think about AI. More in terms of if you're a student in school or college, you know, AI is something that's affecting your daily life plus your future, right? In terms of your jobs, how things are happening in our real world. So we want to understand from them what they really think AI can be used or should be used for. You know, what are the certain challenges or fears they have about AI. So we would request your support in this. The idea that, you know, our big aim is if we can reach out to 1 lakh students, capture their feedback, their voices, and at the end of it, in the next 2 months, we want to create a very comprehensive report based on what the students are saying and share it with government stakeholders, with our representatives, at different delegates at the UN, as 101B is the United Nations Secretariat Organization, and we do our annual summit there. We would like to share this at our summit, saying what young people in India are thinking. You know, share with government stakeholders, with different corporates that we work with, saying that, hey, you know, you might be having an idea about AI, but this is what young students want to know, want to learn, and this is what they are thinking about AI. So we will share this in the group as well. That's our one-stop shop for all information regarding AI and information about the programs we share. But if you can help us out, you know, take this to your students from every school, and if you can get 200 to 300 students to fill this out, that'll be great. And especially for the students, we want to make it exciting. So every week, 2 winners we are picking up at random. Those who have filled the survey, and they'll get vouchers worth 1,500. So it's like a lucky draw. Those who take the survey. And how cool is that, right? I mean, you just need to fill a survey, and 1,500 is up for grabs. So would really appreciate your support if you can do this. And if there are lots of students from a particular region taking this, we can also show, you know, demographically what students in the north are thinking, what students in the south are thinking in specific cities. If certain insights are coming in, we can capture that. So that's something we're really looking forward to your support with that. And we'll share this flyer in the WhatsApp group as well. And I'm sure, you know, all our AI advisory teachers are already promoting this in their school, so thank you so much for that. And in the next coming week, in fact, next 2 to 3 days, Mehreen will also be sharing in the group a very exciting challenge for teachers where you can win some very exciting prizes on. We thought we'll share it today, but then we, you know, let's hold on. You've looked at the session today, try your hands on it. And this time, you know, we want you to get a little active with your cameras and bring out your creativity. The first challenge is very simple. Any topic on AI, sorry, you know, not topic. If you're using AI in everyday life, right? So Shelly ma'am talk about AI in everyday life. So we just want to know, how are you using AI in your life? So create a simple video of less than 60 seconds, you know, less than 60 seconds, like a reel or an interesting video. You could be visible in it, or if you're camera shy, you can make it on Canva or whatever, and tell us, you know, how you're using AI. And the really cool ones, top 5 ones, are gonna get some interesting prizes. So I won't reveal much, though I have revealed most of it. But look forward to message from Marine on the WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes, sure. And we will be also sharing one sample video for all of you to make yours. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session. And please do join our upcoming sessions as well. The next session will be on, this will be on next Friday, that is on 23rd. Same time, 5 to 6 p.m. So do join that session. In that session, we will be going through the Unit 2 of our grade 11 curriculum. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next session.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.